today. If there are any technical problems, we will adjourn the meeting just to resolve those, but hopefully we'll stay connected. And just to confirm that a recording of today's meeting will be made available on the Council's YouTube channel in the next 2 to 3 working days. Can I ask all members to remain muted during the meeting? If you do need to attract the attention of the chairman today for the meeting, please use the chat facility at the top right-hand side of your screen. And just to confirm that the format of the meeting will be as the agenda that has been circulated to you, and I will now hand back to Councillor Slocum. Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, I'm going to go through now to ask each member if you can hear me. Obviously, I'll start first. I'm Councillor Jill Slocum, Deputy Leader of the Council and Portfolio Holder for Inward Investment and Growth. Can I now go to Andrew, Councillor Gilling? Can you go on off mute, please, Councillor Gilling? You're on mute. Councillor Gilling, can you take off? You're on mute. Sorry. Thank you very much.
Technology, yeah. Councillor Andrew Gilling, Portfolio Holder for Housing. I can see everything clearly, thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Healy.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Yeah, Mark Healy, Portfolio Holder for Commercial Asset Management. I can see and hear everything quite clearly. Thank you.
Councillor Duddridge.
Yeah, good morning all. Councillor Lance Duddridge, Portfolio Holder for Customer Access and Digital Delivery, and I can see and hear everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Keane.
Thank you. Good morning. Councillor Janet Keane, Portfolio Holder for Communities and Wellbeing. I can see and hear everybody.
Thank you very much. Have I missed anyone out? Have I got everyone?
That's all members of the executive.
Thank you. Could I now ask for the senior leaders team to introduce themselves, please? Starting with the Chief Executive, and carry on from there. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Alison Griffin, Chief Executive, and I can see and hear everything. Thank you.
Good morning, Doug Bamsey, Strategic Director. I can see and hear everything.
Good morning, Bob Brown, Strategic Director. I can see and hear everything.
Good morning, Melanie Wellman, Assistant Director for Legal and Governance, and I can see and hear everything.
Good morning, Alison Turner, Assistant Director of Finance and Property, and I can see and hear everything.
Good morning, Claire Fawn, Corporate Relations Manager. I can see and hear everything.
Thank you very much. I think I've got everyone. Okay. Item 1 on the agenda is apologies for absence. Do we have any apologies?
We do. Today we have apologies from Councillor McGuinty and Councillor Caswell.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Do we have item 2 is declarations of interest? Do we have any declarations? Nope. Okay. Item 3 is urgent matters that has been agreed can be discussed without the proper notice due to special circumstances which we explained at the meeting. Do we have any urgent items? No. My apologies. I meant to also say there are at this meeting there are other members of the council will also be attending, officers and other members of the council. I'm sorry about that. Item 4. Do we have public speaking time? Is there any? None at all?
No members of the public or press are present at the meeting today.
Okay. Item 5. Item 5 is the annual procurement, annual procurement plan. This was obviously the leader of council's procurement plan. Can I hand straight over to Jo Hutchins, please? Is she present?
Yes, I am. Yeah, thank you, Councillor Slocum. Thank you. I'm here this morning to present the updated annual procurement plan, which I bring to executive once a year. It's a little bit late this year, obviously, because of the current situation. So the last one actually came to executive in March 2019. But the plan is to identify the procurements that we've done over the last 12 months and also to identify those that are upcoming over the next 12 months, and also to identify the strategies that we've got in place for dealing with things like climate change and digitalisation. So those are all covered within the plan. and hopefully you've all got the attachments that came out with the report, which explain what we've got coming up. So if I can just briefly go through some of the things that we've achieved this year, and you know, it's been quite a challenge this year with all of the working from home requirements, but we've still managed to achieve quite a lot of really successful procurement. So we've done the revs and bends procurement this year. We've also done a large gravity transport consultant procurement, and at the beginning of before lockdown in 2019, we procured the new pilot boat. So those three alone come to over £1 million. We've also done the insurance tender and various other big procurements over the last 6 to 12 months. So those have all worked relatively well, and procurement is carrying on as normal. So we've got plans in place then for the next 12 months, which includes the refurbishment of reception that I think you're all aware of, updating of the internal kitchens and cafe areas, and also some an update to the mail room as well. All of those are being undertaken over the next couple of months whilst this current situation is still in place. And we're also looking at building some new properties out at Sydenham garage sites and Taunton Road and Pierce Drive, and also Penley redevelopment have all been taking place over this last 12 months and will continue over the next 12 months as well. So the purpose of the report today is just to get executive approval to continue to bring a report every 12 months so that you know what's coming up and what work has been done, and to really check with members whether they prefer to see it in some other format. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jo. Thank you. Yes, it's been a very busy time, I can see, and very good as well. So do we have any questions, please, from members? Any questions from the executive? Councillor Healy. Councillor Healy, yes.
Sorry, I've done what Councillor Gilling did. You know, it's not very often I can keep my mouth shut. I've done quite a good job on this occasion. I'm sorry it's being recorded. I do apologise. No, you know, really good job. Thank you for what you've just said. You know, interesting. Yeah, the pilot boat, etc. You know, and I'm sure if you know if Councillor Caswell here, he'd be praising the fact that you know we've got state-of-the-art vehicle boat now. But when I'm moving on to the chief executive's heard me say this before. You mentioned about the refurb of Bridgewater House, etc., etc. Fully support that. But the question I've got for the executive and yourselves and the chief executive, moving forward, we see we're in lockdown again, you know, people working from home. Not my concern, that's far from a concern, because clearly, strategically, do we have to look in a different way? You know, I know this part two, etc. going forward. But do you think, maybe I'm not looking at the chief exec in reality, but looking towards her, to say, should we take stock slightly on this, you know, have a recap on how we spend the money? Are we going to go ahead, or should we stage it, you know, elongate the stages? I hope that makes some sense, but that's just my thoughts through you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor Healy, thank you. And Jo, I just wanted to ask a question. It says here that you will produce a quarterly update, and yet you said you're coming annually. So are we still going to get the quarterly update?
Yes, I can certainly do a quarterly update through Simon Tandy when he does his quarterly report. So yes, I'm happy to do that, no problem at all.
Yeah, I think that just keeps us all in the picture, actually, I suppose. Councillor Duddridge.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. Yeah, I quite appreciate what Councillor Healy's saying there, but as far as the reception refurb is concerned, that really is a job that needs doing. I mean, it seems like it's going to last forever, but it's not going to. And when we come out of it, we want a welcoming, state-of-the-art, fit-for-purpose area for our customers. And we have got a little bit of a lag with it. It's going to be slightly later than we maybe thought. But as far as the cost of it and the procurement, I mean, there are local authorities that have spent more on consultants than we're going to spend on the whole job. So I'm confident it's a project that needs to go ahead. And I think Councillor Healy can come to the ribbon cutting when the time comes and have a look for himself.
I think, thank you, Councillor Dodge. I think you're absolutely right. I think we've all agreed, we've agreed at previous meetings that we are actually enjoying and looking forward to the opening of the new office. And I think there will be it will benefit so many parts of the sector that we deal with. So absolutely. Councillor Healy.
Yes, Madam Chairman. Thank you, Councillor Dodge, for that, because I totally support what you just said there. I'm not backtracking, far from it, but yeah, the reception does need doing. I accept that totally. But is my want on the commercial and asset management side, sometimes it's good to look at things. So I appreciate what you said about people have spent, and I agree with you totally about consultation, etc., etc. But yeah, so I agree with your terms about the reception, but I still would like to look at, and thank you through you, Chairman, about these quarterly updates and what have you. It's just that I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't point something out. So thank you for that, and thank you, Councillor Dudderidge.
Yeah, I trust me. I think Councillor Dudderidge is on that call as well. He's not going to let anything go by unless it's absolutely perfect. So we have our assurance from him. Maybe some pictures, Joe, would be nice to have some as we've gone along with the upstairs. It's been really interesting to see. So maybe not taken away from the actual day, but I think it would be nice. I think we're all interested. This council belongs to us all, so I think that's very important. So do I have any other questions from any other members of the council? If you could put it in the chat box, if that's okay, so I don't miss. Sometimes the hand is very difficult. Any questions from the? No. Okay, we have the 3 recommendations before us: to approve the annual procurement plan, to request that the procurement officer continues to produce a report to the executive annually, to request that the procurement officer produces a quarterly update on procurements undertaken as part of the quarterly performance report. I would like to move those recommendations. Do I have a seconder, please? Councillor Healy.
Yes, happy to second that, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. And we're all in agreement. Is anyone against? Any executive members against? Could you please indicate? Oh dear, sorry. My apologies. Should have done that. Sorry. So we're all in favour of that. So that recommendation has been moved. Is that okay, Mr. Melhuish? Nothing else?
No, thank you very much, Chairman.
Everyone's
That's fine. Thank you.
lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Joe, for your work on that as well. Thank you. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. We now go into item 6. Now this is, I think I need to hand over to Mr. Melhuish. I believe this is, I need to seek a resolution that the press and public are excluded from the meeting. This following business is defined as exempt by paragraph 3 of part 1 of the Local Government Act 1972. Is this correct? Do I have?
Yes, that's correct, Chairman. Yes, just to seek members' agreement to do that, and then once that's done, just going to check there isn't anybody on the call that shouldn't be. It's officers and members of the council, so there are no other people have dialed into the call, so that's fine. We can continue the meeting, but just to take that resolution to make sure everybody is happy to do that.
Okay, is everybody in agreement with that, please? Any against?
Yes. Yep.
Thank you very much. That's fine. Thank you. We'll now move to item 6, which is the upgrading works at the council-owned sewage schemes.
Sorry,
serving.
Jill.
I beg your pardon.
Sorry, Jill. Just to interrupt you, just before we do move in and start the exempt business, could we just ask each member and each present that they've got no other person present with them who can see or hear the meeting? That's just an important distinction to make where we are going into exempt session, that there isn't anybody else in the room with them. I can confirm that I am here on my own watching the meeting, and there is no one else present. So thank you.
I'm Deputy Leader. I can also confirm that I have I'm on my own in this room at the present time. Correct, Councillor Healy?
Yes, I can confirm, Madam Chairman, I'm on my own.
Thank you, Councillor Dudderidge.
Yeah, I can confirm I'm on my own.
Councillor Gilling.
I likewise can confirm that I'm alone, apart from Billy No Mates that's sitting beside me.
Councillor Keane.
Thank you. I confirm I am alone in this room.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Are we okay, Mr. Melhuish, now?
yeah, if we could just check with the members of management team as well.
All
Sorry
the
to
management
be,
team. No, it's
particular
okay.
about that.
Could everybody confirm in line? Would that be okay? If I just everybody can confirm that anybody can confirm they're not on their own. Maybe that would be quicker. If anyone can tell me they're not alone, how about that? It seems like everyone's alone, Mr. Malhewish. Everyone's alone. I think we've got that guaranteed. Super. Melanie, you happy?
Yes, thank you.
Lovely. Super.